The one who triggers you the most is there to show you your pattern. Get ready with me as I talk about my last terrible relationship with a narcissist and how much I literally can't stand this man. I am in the best relationship of my life, getting married in 1 short month. I am so happy. And yet, I still am so bothered by my ex. And I think when you are treated well and with respect and dignity, basic human dignity, and especially when you have a man that finally realizes your worth and value, it makes you angry simultaneously while you're in wedded, happy, perfectionist bliss. You will compare that bliss and the way that this person treats you so excellently to the way that you were mistreated and disrespected, and it will naturally, simultaneously, while you're happy in heaven on cloud 9, make you feel so bitter and angry and mad at what you dealt with that Dusty. I got on here just days after my Dusty ex, about 1.5 years ago, this time last year, completely discarded me after putting me through absolute hell for a year. Many discards, reverse discards, Darvo, being unfaithful, and he finally discarded me mere weeks before my birthday, which, as you know, a narcissist will love to do. And I got on here and you all witnessed and testified to my raw hurt, anger, and just disgust the way that he treated me. It is all evident. Go back and look. I have the receipts. And I'm happier now than I have ever been. And yet I'm still so angry when I think about what I endured and what I put up with and tolerated with that Dusty man. And I think, and I'm going to be totally honest and transparent here, I am also so triggered, not just by the disrespect, but by the projection, the mirror back that it is to me of my pattern, because he represented my pattern. And this is how you can turn your victimization and feeling like an absolute victim into triumph. This is how you can alchemize the disrespect. This is how you can turn the sheer narcissism into a tool that works for you, baby. Because you can now look back and reflect on how their treatment of you, their torture of you, actually showed you where you needed to grow the most. And when you did alchemize that pain into growth, you become your most amazing version of yourself. And you bring in the most amazing relationships of your life. Because what I realized in the ensuing months from his final discard was that I was attracted to, needed, and I would argue felt comfortable and at home with people that are inconsistent, where actions don't match words, where there's chaos, where there's dishonesty, where they live double lives, where they only give you a version of themselves that they feel comfortable showing you, or the archetype that they want to show you. They only give you that version. They don't show you who they actually are. They live that behind the scenes and with their other people, with their shady people that engage in also their double duality and their lies. But with you, their beloved, the one who treats them the best, the one who is the best thing that ever happened to them, they will lie, they will deceive, because they want to hold on to you and get your energy, but not have to change and be authentic to who they truly are. And this happens in all relationships. I realized through this toxic relationship with this narcissistic man that I had this everywhere in my life. It was not just my love life. It was my family, my best friends. They were all doing it. And once I realized this was my pattern, I looked around and I was like, every relationship that I have in my life, almost every single one replicates this pattern, because, oh, this is what I feel comfortable with. This is what feels like home to me, because this is my pattern. This is all I've ever known. And so I think that this is love. I think that this is what I should be striving for. But in actuality, this is what is causing me all this heartache and pain. And even down to that best friend that I thought was my ride or die, that I gave my fidelity and loyalty to, that I loved so much, she's lying to me. She's giving me a facade of who she is. She's not here for me. She secretly hates me. And that family member that I thought had my back, that family member that I've trusted my whole entire life, they showed me from a young age what lies and deceits would soon equate home to me. And they are actually the core wound as to why I keep replicating this toxic, dysfunctional, actions don't match words, two-faced, destructive environment and relationships in my life, because they showed me the way early on in my life. And so now, you know what I gotta do? I gotta cut these people out, because this is the pattern. And I will not have the pattern anymore in my life, because I have given to myself over this healing the last year and a half all the love and all the care and all the concern that I'm looking to other people outside of me to give to me. And now that I'm giving it to myself, baby, if you don't replicate that same love and safety and affection for me that I give to myself on the daily, you don't make the cut. Sir, ma'am, you are out. And I've had to let go of relationships. You know what? I'll be honest. Most of these people just let themselves out. Because once you start vibing high, and once you start having boundaries, and once you start having expectations for what you will only allow in your life, the trash takes itself out. They remove themselves because they can't stand being in that high vibe energy. They are repelled by your healed frequency. So once you see the pattern and you heal it, the trash will take itself out, and it gets dead ass boring in here. There's not a lot going on. There's not a lot of people around me, but you know what? It's because they're part of the pattern, and that pattern has got to go. So say thank you. Say thank you. I'm so grateful for that narcissistic relationship that broke you, that shattered you, that left you a puddle on the floor, because you know what? It showed you the pattern. And once you had the balls to recognize that was your pattern, baby, you were attracting that. You were allowing that into your life. Now you got all the power in the world, and now you can say, no fucking more. And you can ask these people and these relationships and these jobs that replicate that toxic pattern that has hurt you your whole life. And you're going to be alone for a while, and it's going to be dead ass boring. But you know what? You know what you don't want. That's the very first step. You raise that bar, you vibrate on that frequency, and all of a sudden in that empty, dead space, you can call in now all the relationships that are high vibe, that are loyal, that don't talk shit on your back, that don't betray you, that don't try to show an image of what they want to project, but show you their real, authentic selves, and they show up for you over and over and over again. You give that to yourself first, and all of a sudden now, in that blank space, when all the haters have taken themselves out and you have said goodbye to them, in that open energy field, you're now bringing in all the relationships and love that your heart has ever craved, that is so authentic and real to your essential self and your soul, and they are high vibe relationships, and all that pain and all that loss was worth it. That toxic relationship and that puddle on the floor that you were was now all worth it, because you brought in the most high vibe relationships of your life that reflect the love and the loyalty that you have given yourself.